Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. Also, if you want to order any of my decks, my ancestors' money, um, uh, I'm trying to think what all I have in stock right now, okay? Um, my book, okay? You can definitely reach out. I will return. I will resume doing personal readings in about 2 weeks. So let's jump right in, y'all. We're going to start off with the Declare and Decree deck. Whatever comes out, you want to write it on paper and burn it. Give thanks to the Most High and your spiritual team for helping you to clear the blockage. If you want to order this deck, you email me. I definitely have these in stock. So let's jump in. What do you need to clear from your energy at this time? It's finally a nice day, y'all. I've been waiting for the weather to shift so that I can just enjoy the breeze, because I don't like no cold weather. But out here on the indoor patio, so perfect lighting, the birds are chirping. It just feels really, really good. So all illusions of who and what I am are now destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All illusions of who and what I am are now destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. So you can screenshot that, write that down, and burn it, okay? So illusions about who you are. Of course, people are always trying to create false narratives about who you are, about your character, about the nature of your heart. That happens all the time. And then, of course, there are those illusions that were created when you was a child, as far as conditioning and traditional belief systems where people told you had to go a particular way because that's what they was taught. You see what I'm saying? So clearing out any illusions of who you are. So let's jump right in. What is the message today? Okay. So we have here stallion. So it says break free, tame versus wild, strong emotions, desire, driving force, sexual energy, freedom, unleash the inner beast. Okay. So y'all, some of y'all are just feeling free, ready to let your hair down. Um, let's see where this is going here. Because, of course, it says clearing out all illusions of who and what you are. So it could very well be that maybe you carried yourself a particular way. Maybe you expressed yourself in a particular way, right? Maybe you dressed a certain way. I don't know. But whatever this is, it feels like you're busting out. You're coming out, right? You're letting the world know who you truly are. You're expressing your authenticity. So some people may see you as being wild all of a sudden, or suddenly you just seem like you're less reserved. But this is you expressing who you are genuinely. Let me see. Some people might not be comfortable with that. Look at what came out. So I have mask. It says disguise, concealed, hidden motives, persona, presentation, theater, performance, putting on a show. I feel like this mask is coming off. Let's just put it this way, because many of you will say, well, I have not been wearing a mask, right? But if you was dimming your light and not really allowing people to see who you are from your core, then you were wearing a mask. You see what I'm saying? Not for nefarious reasons, but just because a large part of who you are was suppressed. So I can definitely see where this is no longer a factor. If people assume, if they thought they knew who you were, they about to find out. Okay? They getting ready to find out. It's nothing worse than people putting you in a box, right? Because they're so used to you presenting yourself in a particular way that they just assume that that's always how you're going to present yourself, or that's the core of who you are. Like they figure they have you all figured out, right? That's what they think. But they don't know until they know. And then suddenly you come out and you're free, you're expressing yourself in a particular way. That makes people very uncomfortable, first of all, because when they think they have you all figured out, and you come forward with this totally different energy and you're expressing yourself from a totally different perspective, people get uncomfortable because they're like, well, how many layers are there really? Right? They thought they had you completely figured out. They thought wrong. So I also have here child, beginnings, innocent, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree. Okay? So this is really good because with the child energy is saying that you have healed your inner child, and so therefore those desires of your inner child is now able to be expressed openly. So of course when the inner child is healed, your creativity is at an all-time high. You are less cautious about what you say and how you express yourself, and definitely not so focused on coloring inside of the lines. I feel like it gives you more freedom to, let me see, what was the word? To be more spontaneous. Yes, to be more spontaneous, and to just present yourself from a totally different perspective. So let's see, what numbers do we have? We have 4. Okay, 4 is here twice because we have the 13, which breaks down to a 4. So 4, 4, and then we have 5. So then I have 2 more cards here. I have stalemate, standoff, no way out, non-committal, blocked, refusing to compromise. Somebody felt like they was going to block you in or something like that, because we got the chess game here. Somebody thought that they was going to block you in or hold you in a particular space, like to keep you confined in a specific way of being or a specific way of expression. And then I have eagle, challenge, the status quo. Proud, opportunity, clear vision and perspective. You are definitely challenging the status quo, okay? I don't know who these people are that thought that they knew you. They thought they knew everything about you. But that is a very, very, very unhealthy mindset, to assume that just because you see a person present themselves in a particular way for an extended period of time that they're going to always be that way. Horrible way to assume, because as a living being, we are forever changing, okay? Always changing. Unfortunately, though, a lot of people end up suppressing who they truly are from most of the world for all of their lives. And so people have become very comfortable with folks hiding their light, dimming their light to appease others. And so this is you breaking free, fully expressing yourself, and people are like, what? You challenging the status quo. You coming out saying things that people never expected you to say. Let me see, what is this all about? Let me see something here. I'm going to pull from another deck. But again, all illusions about who and what you are is being cleared. So let's see. Because I feel like you have a change of perspective. You see things from a high, it's like the higher that you rise, right? The higher your vibrations go, the more you're able to see things from a different vantage point. You see what I'm saying? And so you start to look at things differently. You start to perceive things differently. And so then, based on that new perspective, you move differently. You see what I'm saying? And so for the average person to think that any chosen seed that's on the path of becoming the highest version of yourself, that you're just going to stay the same, that's a horrible way to think. They're going to be disappointed every time, okay? Because when your daily objective is to become the best version of yourself, then today, what's today? May 30th? Today, May 30th, or whatever date it is, you will not be the same next year, May 30th. Okay? You're not going to be the same person. You're going to be totally different. And this is very, very disrupting for people because they can't box you in. They can't even predict how you're going to express yourself come next year. Matter of fact, next month, 6 months from now, it's hard for them to keep up because you're changing at a very rapid pace. And so when for a lot of these karmics, it's hard for them right now. Okay, it's very difficult for them when it comes to you, chosen, because they can't predict you anymore. They can't box you in. They can't, um, put you in a particular category. They just can't do it. They don't know where to place you. They don't know how to perceive you. They don't know how to move with you. They don't know what moves to make. Okay, so if this is all a game to them, if this is a chess game where they're using checker pieces, because these beings don't know how to play no damn chess. They don't know. But they don't know what moves to make with you. Because every time they try to get on the board with you, you're moving different each and every time. So it's very, very difficult for them to keep up. Let me see, why are they trying to keep up? What's the problem? Why is this so much of a challenge for these beings? That you're changing and openly expressing that change freely. So this says it was a necessary ending so that you can pursue the life you're destined to lead. Leave the past behind. The reason why it's uncomfortable for them is because it's taking them towards this. They're hitting a brick wall. There's no more forward movement with you. So as long as you're changing and you're growing and you're moving differently, it's leading you towards your path. It's leading you towards your destiny. They didn't want you going that way. They didn't want you taking that route, because that means that you would likely have to put things to rest with them. Or a lot of the things that they was able to get away with when it came to you in the past, they can't get away with these things anymore. That's just too bad. This says, don't forget to fulfill your needs while helping others. This is why they're disappointed too. Because you're about fulfilling yourself. You're about fulfilling what makes you happy. What brings you satisfaction. This ain't about belly rubbing nobody. This ain't about, stroking somebody else's ego, dimming your light so that they don't feel as, inferior. You're not saying that you're superior, but the fact that you just allow your light to shine, if it makes somebody else feel inferior, then that's a personal issue. That's not your problem. But you are not going to neglect your needs and the desires of your heart in order to fulfill somebody else's. So I feel like you did a lot. You dedicated a lot of your time and energy when you was dimming your light, when you were suppressing your truth, and not allowing your full character to be brought to the world. That kept a lot of people safe. It kept a lot of people cozy, sleeping well at night, and very comfortable. Okay? Stroked a lot of egos. But now, people are going to have ego deaths now. This says, own your time and give it meaning. Don't let it pass you by. So you are getting out there and you are doing the things that you love and enjoy. These people are just going to have to get over it. Okay? They're going to have to let it go, get over it, get accustomed to seeing you change and move differently every year. Or they're just going to have to move around. And you will align yourself with people who accept that you're getting down to the most authentic version of yourself. And so, as a chosen seed, we come up in a society where you spend damn near your entire life having others tell you who you're supposed to be. Okay? From your parents to your belief systems, religion, to politics, to school, to, you name it. Everybody else is putting one layer after another layer after another layer of falsehood on you, to the point where by the time you become an adult, you don't even be knowing who the hell you are. Got on a whole mask and don't even know you're wearing one, because you didn't realize how many layers of inauthentic energy was surrounding you. But it's not until you actually start taking the spiritual path and you start doing that inner child work, right? It's not until you start diving deeper to rediscover that inner child and to heal that inner child, that's when you start to realize, like, hold up, that was never me. That was never me. That was never me. You pulling back all of these layers and you're getting closer and closer to that authentic version. And it's making a lot of people uncomfortable, because the more layers you pull back, the brighter that light becomes, the brighter your auric field becomes. And you start shining in ways where people are like, hold up, who does she think she is? Or who does he think he is? You see what I'm saying? I feel like y'all's light is definitely shining bright right now. This says whip, forced action, get cracking, snapped, driven, go faster, tension, fighting, arguments, anger, harsh. Ooh, what the hell is going on here? Cracking the whip? Somebody thought they was your master? Who the hell is this? Oh my goodness, it's kind of funny because at the bottom of the deck, you got this person, you got these dogs here. The head of the pack, competition. Wow. Will to win, alpha male. Somebody wanted to dominate your energy here. That's what this is all about. Somebody wanted to dominate you. They felt like they tell you what to do. They tell you how to move, or it's like this energy where they're in competition with you. You're getting ready to find out who's in competition with your chosen. The more that you express your authenticity, the more that people are going to show themselves. The more that you allow your light to shine and you allow your natural personality to be shown to the world, the more that people are going to be very, very uncomfortable. Look at that. This says maverick, rule breaker, independent, rebel, nonconformist, okay, fearless, unconventional, outside the box, defiant, loose cannon, risk taker. Isn't that what I've been saying the whole time? This card literally broke down every single word that I've been using this entire time. You are the rebel. You will not conform to anybody. So whoever this is that think they're your master, thinking that they're going to crack the whip and get you to conform, get you to bow down and get you to submit and go back to that old version of yourself. I don't know who this is, but they need to get it right. Stress, deteriorate, loss, theft, filth, decay, worry, irritation, anxiety, nagging. Ooh, somebody. So it's like the more that you break out of your shell, the more that people are going to be in your ear nagging, trying to cause problems for you. Like trying to start arguments, or they're going to show you that they're very uncomfortable with the path that you're taking and the way that you're moving and the way that you're talking and the people that you are connecting with. They're going to make it very, very plain, because they're trying to get you, they're trying to get you to go back to being more focused on fulfilling their desires, their emotions. This person is very emotionally codependent, whoever these people are. They're not comfortable unless you're conforming. They're not comfortable unless you're dimming your light. That's just not the type of people to have in your energy. This says letter, writing, communication, notes, records, news, memo, making contact. Okay, so there could be some sort of news here. And then this says North Star, direction, core values, guided light, inner knowing, true path, confidence. Okay, whatever this news is that comes through is going to lead you towards your destiny. Okay, it's moving you towards your north node, so your destiny, your divine calling. So there will be, I didn't even see this card fall out. That says tracks, steady forward movement, one way, go the distance. I think I can, on track, focal point. Yeah, whatever this information is putting you on the right path. It's putting you on track towards your destiny, which makes sense because remember, this says it was a necessary ending so that you can pursue the life you're destined to lead, leave the past behind. So it could be that whoever this person is that's starting to get very, very antsy and uncomfortable with your authenticity being shown to the world, they're going to try to nag at you. They're going to try to start arguments with you. And you're likely going to put this to rest because you're not going to be comfortable with trying to dim your light to make them feel good. And it's good that you do that because this is going to lead you towards your destiny. Good news will come in. This says the wheel of fortune, fate, karma. Okay, get what you deserve. Destiny, synchronicity is out of your hands. This is aligning you with exactly who you're supposed to be surrounded by, what you're meant to do, how you're meant to present yourself to the world. Like your authentic nature is literally a lot. Okay, let me say this. You expressing yourself from your most authentic space is allowing you to manifest and attract your destiny and those people who are supposed to surround you on that particular path. But it's also at the same time repelling those beings that are not meant to go with you and who are not able to accept you in your transparency. So, yeah, this card says destiny, spirituality, divine guidance. Okay. Many of you are meant to take a particular path spiritually. And I feel like the fact that you're coming out and expressing yourself openly, the fact that you are no longer apologetic about the path that you are taking, is causing a lot of disruption in people's spirits. And so they will start arguments with you, try to get you to veer away from your path, to try to distract you, keep you real busy dealing with them so that you don't take this pathway. I got the King of Cups coming out here. So whatever you're being guided to do, this is my IC Tarot deck, y'all. If you want to order this deck, you can always email me. Whatever you're being guided to do is definitely going to be something that is close to your heart. It's something that you want to do. The Ace of Pentacles is something very tangible, very stable, solid opportunity that's being presented. I think that's why you have the card of the communication with the North Node energy here. So you may get some sort of news or communication that aligns you more closely with your destiny. The King of Swords is here, and it's likely because you have a lot of knowledge on something. You have research, you've studied, or something about your communication, your intellect. The way that you speak or the things that you speak is very intriguing. It's very, it's guiding. Like the truths that you speak, they guide others, they enlighten others. You see what I'm saying? Seven of Swords. Oh, somebody is around trying to be very deceptive. Who is this? What is this? Seven of Swords. Somebody wants to steal this opportunity from you. They don't want you to take advantage of this, or they want to try to come in. They're being strategic. That's why I'm saying they might start nagging you or starting arguments with you just to see if they could distract you from something that's likely going to bring you a very, very solid opportunity. Let's see. What is the Seven of Swords energy? I think I'm going to use a different deck. Yeah, they're discontent and dissatisfied. They're disappointed because they don't understand what their destiny is. I feel like they've missed out on a lot of opportunities, or they self-sabotage a lot of things. And the fact that you're taking advantage of these opportunities that's presenting themselves to you, they don't like that. So they're strategizing on how they can cause you to miss out on this. How can they take from you? Look at that. The Magician is in a reverse at the bottom of the deck. So for some, look at that. Ten of Swords. Whoever this is, they plan on betraying you. They could be doing spell work to try to block this for you, okay? People are just, I tell you, these karmics, Six of Pentacles, because they know that whatever this is going to be very balanced for you, okay? It's an equal give and take situation. So what you pour into it is what you're going to receive back from it, especially when you're coming from a very authentic space. Let me see something here. I want to use this deck. Let's see. Is it this one? I want to get a little bit more clarity about this, because I feel like that's what this message is all about. Actually, I'm certain that that's what this is about. You have been pouring into other people and neglecting your own desires and the things that you would like to do in life. You haven't expressed yourself from your most authentic space because you understood that it would make certain people uncomfortable. And now you're being called to just be yourself, be free. The anchor, you had some sort of anchor that's been removed, but it doesn't mean that people don't want to reattach themselves. It doesn't mean that, there's not still going to be some sort of opposition that now wants to compete with you, okay? They want to compete with you because they see you coloring outside of the lines and just doing things that's very much so outside of what they would expect from you. So let me see, the Seven of Swords energy. Crutches, yeah, victim mentality, self-pity, unhealthy coping mechanism, relying too much on others, feeling helpless, inhibited, dependency. Okay? Whoever this person is, they are literally using you as a crutch. Okay? They're very codependent on your energy. So they're strategizing because they're so unhappy with life. They're so dissatisfied within themselves. Emotionally, they're just not balanced. All they do is focus on the spilled cups. All they do is focus on the things that didn't go well or didn't go right. Whoever this person is, they are so afraid of you associating yourself with new people and extending yourself or expressing. They're so afraid of you just getting out there. I'm telling you, whoever this is, you're going to have to put this connection to rest in order to align yourself with this Ace of Pentacles. Let me clarify. Let me see. I was going to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. It says within a few months. This situation or event has potential to develop or unfold within a few months. Something's getting ready. This Ace of Pentacles here is getting ready to unfold for you within the next few months. And it's going to require for you to be in alignment with your destiny. It's going to require for you to recognize these beings when you see them and cut them straight off. Whoever is trying to block your energy because they're dissatisfied. I want to get another one for this Ace of Pentacles. So this is an opportunity that's going to present itself within the next few months, and it's going to align you with your most transparent and most authentic self. If you stay connected to the wrong people, they could have a potential to cause you to want to either dim your light or express yourself from an inauthentic space. You don't want these beings to disrupt this opportunity for you. This is why it's going to require for you to just, what was that first card that came out? Because now it makes even more sense. It's going to require for you to break free. Okay? This is talking about a driving force, unbridled freedom, unleash the inner beast. It's going to require for you to just let it all hang out. Let your hair down, be free, be who you are naturally, and release these beings that's trying to confine you. You got to release them because it could actually cause you to miss out on an opportunity or stagnate the progression of that thing. So this says sacrifice, let go, surrender for the greater good, heroic efforts, heed to the call. See, I feel like with this cross here, you sacrificed your calling for a lot of people. Like you were their Christ. Okay? You were their Christ, and they wanted to nail you to the cross to absolve them of their own sins, right? So as long as you wasn't in alignment with your purpose, as long as you wasn't expressing yourself from an authentic space, as long as you wasn't calling judgment upon those who had done you wrong, these beings were able to postpone their judgment. A lot of people were. A lot of people were able to do it. But now you're letting go. You're putting this to rest. This says fireworks, excitement, enthusiasm, celebration, special occasions, surprises. So something great is coming through. Something worthy of celebration is coming through. And then you have oak tree, permanence, enduring, stability, growth, legacy, fertility, deeply rooted. So whatever this is that's coming towards you, I'm telling you, it has potential for longevity in your life. You don't want to miss out on something that aligns you with your destiny. Trying to appease the emotions of these low vibrational codependent beings. Okay? You don't want to miss out or postpone what is inherently yours. Because this is a big opportunity here. Look at that fork in the road. I'm telling you, they want you to feel like you're at a crossroads. Like, I don't know. Should I go that way? Shouldn't I? Your spirit, your soul, your heart is guiding you in a particular direction. You feel it. You know it. You see what I'm saying? But you also know that the opposition has their motive. They have their reason for nagging you. They have their reason for trying to deter you. Okay? Trying to distract you. You understand that reason. And you want to just really dive deep and recognize, like, hey, is it worth postponing something so great in order to what? To make somebody, to stroke somebody's ego? Like what? Who? In what universe? This says direction change, options, free will, opportunity, multiple choices, the moment of truth, possibilities, turning point. I'm telling you, somebody, they could be trying to tell you, oh, but you can go that way. That way is better. But you see, they got their fingers crossed behind their back, right? You could have people around you that's making promises that they don't plan on keeping, or they could be trying to tell you, go that way, go down that path, knowing good and damn well that that is not in alignment with your destiny, but they don't want you to take your path because they understand that that would mean brick wall for them. There's no turning back. You're not looking back in their direction. There's no more forward movement with these particular people, right? Let me close this door real quick. So they're terrified. Let me see. So be mindful of these beings. The Magician in the reverse. Let's see. The Magician in the reverse is clarified by, so declaration, defiance, reclaiming power, sovereignty, contract, manifesto. Oh my goodness. Liberty or death. Protesting. Challenging the status quo. Oh my goodness gracious. We the people. So you may have people come, you know, they want to try to pull you back into this karmic contract here, because this is also talking about contracts. They want to try to pull you back in. They don't like that you are challenging the status quo. They don't like it at all. So they're going to try to manipulate their way into your energy to try to get you to double back. But let me see. Let's just see. If you decide to see the red flags when they're presented to you, when this person or these energies start to cause problems for you. See, this says avoidance, closed-mindedness, refusing to face reality, evade, feeling threatened, fear-based thinking. Okay. Wow. This is where they want you. They want you to have your head in a bucket or your head in the sand. Like they want you, whoever these beings are, they're very close-minded. They don't want to accept what reality is. They don't want to accept it at all if they feel very threatened by this, okay? But my question was, if you decide to release this energy, like once they start nagging at you and trying to distract you from this opportunity that's presenting itself, if you decide to stand firm in your decision, let's see how this is going to turn out. So this says happening now. A situation or event in question is occurring right now. If you decide to listen to what your heart is telling you about this person's motives for trying to deter you from this opportunity, things are going to shift for you like right now. Like right now, okay? Now this is a couple here. So it could very well be that you end up coming into partnership with someone, but this is in alignment with your destiny because behind them is a train. And remember, that card came out earlier with the train track. Yeah. And this was saying that you're right on track. So if you let that energy go, you will align with exactly the people that you're supposed to align with. And this is putting you right on track in alignment with your destiny here. And it's going to begin to shift right now. You will be in alignment with the wheel of fortune, which is all about divine timing. But let me see, if you allow this person to keep you stuck in a box, you dim your light, you don't allow yourself, you don't express your authentic nature, what is the outcome of that? I think, did I get a card that flipped? I thought I got a card that flipped. What is the outcome of that? So let's see, what will be the outcome? Because we see that if you express your authentic nature and release this individual that's trying to block you, everything is going to start to unfold for you right now. Connecting with the right people, you will be on track with your destiny. But if you allow this person to become a deterrent and to distract you, so I have here fine print, details, closer look, be careful, pay attention, don't assume, deep dive, hidden, read in between the lines. So with this card, this person has a magnifying glass, right? They're looking at something very closely here. This says, be careful, okay? Pay attention. Pay attention to what's hidden. Double check. Look at the details. Look closer. Your spiritual team is like, look, if you can't see it and it's right there in your face, okay, we're going to give you some time to take a closer look. Dive deeper. Look at this person a little bit more closely. Pay attention to their actions. Pay attention to how their energy shifts. Whenever you seem like you're getting closer to new opportunities that has the potential for great success, but it may mean that you have to put them on a back burner. It may mean that you can't give them as much of your focus or attention, or it may also mean that you're going to start rubbing shoulders with new people. Pay attention to these details. They're telling you, hey, if you don't see it now, take a closer look. You'll be able to see it then, because they're going to make sure that you can see it. But they're giving you this message now in advance, because within the next few months, something is getting ready to unfold for you. And this is in alignment with what your heart desires, because it's a part of your destiny. Anything that's part of your destiny is what your heart truly desires. So this says repairman, fine tune, heal, fix, many working parts, reset, proceed carefully, needs fixing, make adjustments, recover, make things right, mend, okay? So this is, if you don't see it now and you allow this person to deter you from your destiny, they're going to give you some time to take a closer look at the details, so that you can do what's necessary to fix what needs to be fixed, to mend what needs to be mended, okay? But again, it says proceed carefully. Adjustments are going to have to be made. So your spiritual team, they want you to align. They want to give you the opportunity to do it. Now, if you don't listen, hold on. If you don't listen and you don't mend what needs to be mended, if you don't heal, if you don't pay attention to those details during that period where they're like, all right, take a closer look. You don't see it now for whatever reason, take a closer look. And you start to look closer at the relationship or at the situation, but you still refuse to heal or to align yourself. Let me see what else is going to come out. So you have here, the answer is yes. The situation or event is right on track at this time. I definitely feel like y'all ain't going to let that happen. Okay. I feel like y'all are going to say, you know what? I see it. Yes. I understand it. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and align myself with my destiny. Some of you may postpone this, and you're going to have the opportunity to take a closer look and to get things in alignment so that you can get back on track. For others of you, you're going to see it right away. You're going to see the red flags right away. You're going to recognize that somebody is uncomfortable with these new levels of success that's coming into your life, new partnerships, new friendships, new associations, whatever this Ace of Pentacles opportunity is, and you're going to make the cut right away. So, yeah, I have the card of cake, celebration, ceremony, party, gathering with friends, honor, recognize, commemorate, graduation. Yeah, you're going to graduate. You will be celebrated. Most of you are going to pass this test. Some of you will have to overcome whatever this roadblock is. This says blocked, barriers, challenges, time to regroup, paralyzed, obstacles, stalling, temporary setback, take a detour, not right now, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So for some of you, it will require for you to do some more work. And there's nothing wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you will not eventually align with your destiny. It just means that you're not exactly where you need to be. You're not on the right vibration, or you still need to clear out these people, these energies that are an obstacle or a blockage for you, okay? And you're going to be given the opportunity to take a closer look so that there's no room for denying that when that time comes. So let me see. I'll just take a couple of cards to close out, y'all. Look at that. It says bring love into the situation. Right behind that is the heart chakra. This card right here also reminds me, it's another card that says show the world the real you. Um, and so it's this energy of them being naked, you know, pouring out their vessel, letting people see who they are genuinely from your heart, from your core. You see what I'm saying? There's another number 4. Then I have here seek healing. Okay, so you may have to do some more healing work in order to be fully comfortable with expressing your authentic self and not caring about other people's opinions. Yeah, so this could be the root chakra work that would need to be done in order for you to find comfort in your authenticity, which makes sense because your authentic nature is you coming from your core, from your roots, you know, from where it all began. So I feel like things are going to move forward in a positive direction for you. Just work on your heart chakra and your I almost said sacral chakra. So for some of you, it's going to require your sacral chakra as well. But work on your heart chakra and your root chakra in order to align you. Then this says trust in the universe. Okay, so trust and have faith that everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. You have the card of nurture, which is the Empress. Okay, continue to nurture your vision, nurture yourself. And then I have triumphant success, which is the Ace of Swords. So you're going to gain full clarity here. You're going to gain full clarity. You're going to have the truth right there in your hands to be able to cut you out of whatever compromising position you're in. And I feel like you're going to be very clear about what direction you're being called to take and why. Last card. So this says partnerships and alliances. So that's what I was saying. You're going to be partnering up with new people, and you're being called, bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. Okay, you may be required to utilize your spiritual gifts from a different angle, very different from, I guess, the way that you're accustomed to. But you're going to have the truth and the clarity about these partnerships that you're being called to embrace and to move towards. And it's going to allow you to fully be who you are authentically. And that is definitely going to align you with your destiny. So that's my message for you all. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all next time.